Today we're making my scoopable vanilla panna cotta. This is made the same way as the classic Italian dessert, but the mix is set in a tub and then scooped to serve. This is something I've seen a few different restaurants do, so I thought I'd show you how to do it at home. So the first step is to soak 5 gelatin leaves in cold water. These are platinum grade gelatin sheets, but other grades will work as well, as the weight and size of different gelatin sheet grades is adjusted according to their setting power. And to soak them, we're just going to place the sheets into the cold water, one sheet at a time, and then press them down. Then we can just set them aside whilst we warm up the cream. Next, I've got a whole vanilla pod. I'm going to use a sharp knife to scrape out the seeds. To do this, we cut down the middle of the pod to open it up, and then use the tip of the knife to scrape out the seeds inside. Once we've done that, we can add both the seeds and the scraped out pod into a saucepan. Then to the pan, we're also going to add 600 grams of double cream, 350 grams of whole milk, and 120 grams of caster sugar. Then we're going to place the pan over a low heat and allow it to warm gently, stirring occasionally until the cream is steaming hot but not boiling. If the cream gets too hot, it will affect how the gelatin sets, so make sure to warm it up gently. This should only take around 3 or 4 minutes. So once the cream's steaming hot, we're going to take the pan off the heat and then add in the gelatin. To do this, we need to squeeze as much water as we can out of the gelatin, then add it into the cream and stir to dissolve. It's important to make sure that all the gelatin has been incorporated into the cream. Next, we're going to pass the cream through a sieve into a metal mixing bowl. Then we're going to take the bowl of cream and place it inside a larger bowl that's full of ice and cold water. Then we need to stir the panna cotta mix regularly until it's cooled down and has started to thicken. Cooling the cream down like this holds the vanilla seeds in suspension and it prevents them from sinking as the panna cotta sets. This step will take around 20 minutes, but you don't have to stir the mix constantly, every few minutes is fine. Once the cream is cool enough, it'll be thick like this. It doesn't need to be fully set, just thicken slightly. So at this point we can take the bowl out of the water. You're looking for a consistency like this. So now we can transfer the cream into a container. A rectangular tub is best as it makes scooping easier, and I'm using a tub that holds 2 litres of liquid. It's important that we set the panna cotta deep enough so that we can scoop it. So once the mix is in the tub, I'm going to give it a few taps on the counter just to pop any air bubbles, and then I'm going to cover the surface with a piece of cling film. This just stops the skin forming on top of the cream. Then we're going to pop the panna cotta in the fridge and let it chill for around 6 hours until fully set. Then once the panna cotta is set, we can take the cling film off and it's ready to serve. So the best way to scoop this panna cotta is to take a large serving spoon and dip it in warm water. Then we make sure the spoon is dry before using it to scoop out a portion of the panna cotta. This style is meant to be quite rustic, so don't worry if it's not too neat. And this recipe makes enough panna cotta for 8 portions, so try to visualise an 8 for the tub when you scoop out a portion. And you can serve this panna cotta with whatever you like really. I'm going with some mixed berry compote. But it will be good with some poached rhubarb, roasted strawberries, crystallised nuts, or just some fresh fruit. that's all there is to it. That's how to make a scoopable vanilla panna cotta with the perfect wobble. The full written recipe can be found on my blog saltbuttersmoke.com, as well as more classic style panna cottas if that's more your style. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for another recipe.